what do we have here? It's a little miracle. Looks like a little sick green egg, but it's a little miracle. Passion fruit, or Maypop, Passiflora incarnata. Did a video about this plant earlier. It is growing up a little maple, ornamental maple in our front yard. And I've been walking around fondling these for the last few days, thinking that they weren't going to be ripe. I'm about to go out of town on a business trip for a week. I figured all of them would fall while I'm gone and get carried off by vermin. But nah, look at that. Instead, the spirit of Betty White has smiled down upon us, and we have one to try. So let's go do it. Well, in an attempt to be civilized about this, normally I'd just kind of rip into it with my bare paws like the aforementioned vermin. But we'll use a knife. We got a plate. We got a little tiny spoon. So wow, let's do it pinkies up this time. We will do it out here at the workshop porch in the woods because I don't want to be too civilized. So we'll show you what this is. Once again, Maypop. Normally you would want to wait a little bit longer than this. This one did fall off naturally. I found it on the ground, so it is a little, I mean, it's ripe enough, it fell off of the plant. You typically still want to wait a little while. This one is a little lighter on one side than the other, but normally you kind of want to wait for them to lighten up fully. They kind of turn yellowish. Even if they get a little wrinkly, that's good. That's about the time that you normally want to eat them. But this one fell off. I'm about to go out of town for a week, so I figured you can eat them at this point. It's fine. They're just not as sweet, not as good, not as aromatic. You cut them open. I'm just gonna make a little incision there, and then peel it back like this. And I gotta tell you, it's not the most appetizing looking fruit. On the inside, it looks like a disease, but all that each one of these, it's almost like a pomegranate. It's got a little seed inside a packet, and that packet is filled with a delightful juice, and it smells, trying to figure out what, so the smell is a lot like guava at this point. Now the smell will change as it continues to ripen. It's a lot like passion fruit too. I mean, if you've had like commercial passion fruit, that is Passiflora edulis. That is a South American species. This is a North American species, Passiflora incarnata. Smells guava-y, guava plus mango. Might be a good description of that, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. Guava plus mango. A little bit of pineapple too. Maybe a lot of pineapple. Maybe 1 part guava, 1 part mango, 1 part pineapple. We'll go with that. Now, like I said, it's little packets around each seed. And the taste is that pineapple, guava, mango sort of thing. This is disgusting. I'm gonna spit it in my hand to show you guys. Now look at my food. Look at it. It's got a little seed inside. I don't know how to describe that. About the size of a lentil, and they are fairly hard in this species. I think there's no problem with like just crunching right through them if your teeth can handle it. A lot of times people don't eat them like this. They don't just eat the stuff fresh. If you're out there in the woods though and you find them, that's what you're gonna do. But a lot of times what people will do is actually scoop this out and juice it. It is fairly juicy around those seeds. Let me see if I can get a few. Maybe these things aren't supposed to be eaten civilized. Oh, pinky up. There we go. So this process is a little gross. Just kind of doing like what a baleen whale does with all the krill. Just pressing it against my teeth, squishing out all the juice from the seed pocket around, or the little juice packet around those seeds. I'm gonna stop talking while I do it. And the seeds are not poisonous, so I'm gonna swallow them. Normally with something like this, I would keep the seeds, and I did keep some in the past from others that I've eaten. They don't germinate very well. Then I've never had good success germinating them. They do have this little, I don't know if you can see the little doodad that the seed packet attaches to. It's like a little finger in there. It's not fruit you want to look at too much, but it is delicious. And on top of that, what I said about pineapple, guava, and mango, it is sour. I think that the sourness sort of abates as they get a little riper. So like a more yellow, potentially even wrinkled one probably wouldn't be this sour, but this is fairly sour. But it is an incredibly tropical mix of flavors that you're getting. It grows right here, Central North Carolina. Actually, the entire Southeast over to like Illinois and Texas. Delightful.